Hey Ethan, how you doing? Hey, here's a little bit of feedback for your second paper. All right, let's check it out here. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah, nice job. Really nice job. Um, it was very informative and it it read very smoothly from beginning to end. And the paper that you wrote has a very nice tone to it, and there's a lot of action to it. So as I was reading it, there was no sort of gap in like between sentences in terms of they followed each other very well. And I think that you really show with your language sort of what's at stake or why this is an important topic to discuss without even saying this is an important topic to discuss. So very nice definition at the very beginning. I like how you put these two in contrast. Relatively straightforward mental illness. Nothing could be further from the truth. Internal battle. Very nice way of stating that. And very nice, very nice. Fog of despair. And and then here I like the producing and pelling data. So here's where you're going into the lit review. It's all very clear. I think a strength in this as well is using just just parts of the quote that are absolutely necessary for you to use in the paper. So that was very well, that shows a lot of control over what is being said, and it shows that you understand how the article fits within what you're talking about. Yeah, I like this idea about a feedback loop or a create a loop of, I think you very nicely outlined just how difficult it can be to have major depressive disorder. I like how you then link into Arts on Prescription. That's very easy for the reader to follow. And then boom, you use that as a transition. And then boom, here you do it. Um, uh, this is all good. And again, you're addressing this art on prescription. Now, yeah, all really good. And basically, as I was reading this, I was just learning the entire time. And I just kind of sat back and let this paper just take me for a ride. I just kind of sat and it just there you go. It's great. This guy's riding in a limousine. Just really nice, sort of, brilliant discussion of crisis and freedom, talking about existentialism in relation to into major depressive disorder. This is very, very strong. It really lets the reader know the depth of people suffering, and you give it a very nice view of it in terms of just sort of where they're stuck on a day-to-day basis, and in a very philosophical way in terms of, how this is addressing, the big question, what is the meaning to my life? Very good. I like this idea, of kind of avoiding this feedback loop that I like that builds off a person's negative directed self-view. Very nice. Just one question here. Freedom is capitalized here. It's lowercase, so it's suggesting or it's telling the reader that these are two different concepts of freedom. And so it's not exactly clear what the difference is. So here, obviously, the reader is reading it literally. Prescription, very nice, very nice, very clear. I like how you break it down into days, and that baseline of mood, and this really shows the reader that you really have put a lot of thought into this and you really know what you're doing. And so if I were to read this as somebody who was thinking about, let's say, hiring somebody for my clinic or wherever you're going to work in, to do an art on prescription, and let's say that this was your part of your application letter in terms of just what you're doing and all this stuff, this would be at the top because it's very clear. Reading this, the reader will go, okay, this person really knows what they're talking about. Very nice, very well, very nicely thought through. Conclusion, great, no problem. Regain their life back, absolutely, definitely. Just really nice stuff. I mean, I think, it's really well written. As I mentioned, it was fun to read, quick to read, although I did have to go back and reread a few parts just for the sheer enjoyment of what was said and how it was said. So not only are you writing very clearly and in an exciting way, but what you're saying is very profound, and there's emotion in it. So the reader isn't just like reading it flatly, but the reader is getting that sensation of how important art on prescription is and the level to which somebody with MDD is suffering in terms of asking questions about the meaning of their life or the value of their life. So awesome work, man. Really, really nice work. So obviously I look forward to your third paper coming up. So, all right. See ya. Bye-bye.